This time on Woody's Garage, you meet the nicest people on a CL90 Honda.
Well, we're getting a step closer to getting it out the door and giving it a whirl. I got the chain back on, put the sprocket. I found one of those. Actually, I took the clip off another S90 engine. And I was about to put these foot pegs on, and I have two sets. There's definitely a difference, once again. I'm hoping there is. Actually, I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, you can definitely see the difference. The weird thing is that these, have the foot pegs that will fold back if you hit something. And these will not. And these are for the off-road bike that they should fold back. But they don't. It's different years. So I'm going to see if this pair fits. Okay, we got the foot pegs on. There's one that feels a little stubborn back here. And I'm reluctant to put it all the way home. I might shorten it because it's aluminum, and you're on foot pegs on aluminum. And these always tend to strip out. What I did is, before I had them on there, I blew them out with compressed air. And I cleaned up the bolts really clean so that, they didn't have a tendency to strip out. Because there were some remnants of aluminum on the, when I took them off. So I got to address that, but otherwise I think these are going to be all set. Yeah, it started up on the first kick out here too, but it's not running well. It's running on full choke and breaking up and inconsistent. And I'm tuning the screw here and nothing much is happening, and I can't really get it to idle. But considering I didn't even know if this engine ran, this is pretty good. One thing I noticed is my exhaust setup. This is wrong. It has an up pipe. So now the rear brake won't work unless I figure a way to get around that, probably by taking off this baffle, but then I'll have an open pipe. So, some things to think about, but pretty impressed. So I found another insulator that looks right, and I made a couple of gaskets based on it. So we'll see if those work, and I'm going to change out the points to the new points. Yeah, that isolator fit. So you got the isolator and a gasket on each side and an O-ring on the carb. I'm doubting how tight these are. They're slightly stripped, so that could be an air leak there. But we're on to some new points. Well, I tried to move this wick material closer to the cam lobe here, and ripped it right out. So I think I'm going to change backing plates. There's a plug from the first run. Right now I'm having a hard time with these points. I don't know why, but I can't even get them to open. Like maybe they're wrong. I don't know, must be something I'm doing. So I kept trying to figure out why I couldn't adjust these points, and I still don't know why. In the meantime, I got them kind of mixed up, and I put these guys on. Just another points plate, and since it's on and I gapped it, everything's set up to 0. I'm gonna see if it'll run with them, just for the heck of it. And with a new carburetor set up too. Not sure I got electricity there though either. I hear the horn. And I don't see the headlight. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, of course I lost my timing since I put in the new points, so I guess I gotta do that again. Kept running forever on that last bit of gas. One thing I don't like is this is how the timing's right, but I got it jacked, you know, way beyond where it should be. You can see the lines right there, and the line right on the screw hole there. Basically that's like in the middle, so I'm way jacked. Not quite sure why that is. Well, it's been a couple of days since I've worked on the CL90. One thing that was kind of holding me back is this screw here was stripped out. Now, I used a trick that 65 Ford, you should check out his channel on YouTube, that's 65 Ford, showed me was to take a piece of copper wire and put it down inside the threads and then screw the screw into it. And it'll tighten up, and it worked. I tried it a couple of different times with smaller strand copper wire, but this time it held. I'll show you what I'm using. Yeah, stuff about this big. You know, I tried putting a whole bunch of them down there, and I couldn't get the bolt down there. Tried thinner stuff, and it didn't work, but that was about the right thickness for this application. So it's a temporary fix, but it does. A couple of things I want to do. I mean, since sometimes I just sit here and I kind of clean it a little bit because it's dirty. You know, take a toothbrush with some mystery oil on it and it gets a lot of the gunk off. I don't like cleaners really. One thing I did was the front fender. This used to be a lot rustier. And you can still see there's an oil residue on it now. But it's got some weird dents. It's got a dent there. And it's got a dent there. And I want to see if I can get those out. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, 2 bolts on each side to get it out. And now I got to take off the front brake cable too. I think I'm going to take it off at the top. It's easier than the bottom. And thread it through and we'll have the fender off. There's a better look at it. I know when I got this, because I got the whole bike together, pieces together, you know, it was in pieces, and I put it together, and, you know, I didn't stop to clean everything up or anything. I said, oh, I'll do that later, so I guess this is later. But you can see better like that. I'm certainly not a dent expert. I think I'm going to make a piece of wood that's about that size and see if I can tap that out. And the same with that. Another thing I do with rust is steel wool. And I think I'll do that too. So I'm going to take it outside and pound away, and hopefully I don't mangle it more. That's what I got for hammers. 3 ball peens. This is a rawhide hammer. I think I'm going to try this one right now on the end. Get that out. I'm going to take the smaller hammers and tap lightly. It's, you know, it's got the shape. It's just a little denty looking, bumpy. Well, despite using the ball peen on this, it looks like I got some sharp dents, unless they were there already. That's kind of disappointing. So I got a little crease there. That looks pretty good. I'm going to keep that a little bit. It's all light tapping, but it looks like crap. Bloody man, I am not. Okay, I'm going to hit him with steel wool, just as something different. Have a look before I do it. I did the bottom part too. Came out better than the other. I put a hammer behind a hammer as a dolly rather than smacking it into the wood, which I think made those marks. So this is what it looks like, I guess. And not that much better, but better. So how's it look?
Please clap.
I'll tell you what, it would have been easier to take off the wheel to put that thing back on. That was not fun. But I think it looks better. Alright, here's something that I've neglected to do because I kind of fear the results. Is do a compression test. As long as I have an adapter that fits this plug hole. I don't know if I do. Yeah, that's not so good. We got the throttle wide open and we're kicking a few times and we got like 80. I think it's supposed to be like 170 or something like that. Engine's cold, of course. Let's try it again. Yeah, about the same. Maybe a little higher, maybe pushing at 85. Let's put a little oil down there and see if the reading changes. With oil, we got it over 100. Which I guess means rings. Okay, we got the battery hitched up. It's in here sideways, just for access. So we don't have to use that charger thing. The gas tank's hitched up. I don't see any gas flowing though. Don't know why. Get that to flow and we'll see if we can start it up and see if I can put around the yard. So as it started up with the charger thing on there, not with the battery, but we have a problem where it makes a kind of a chirping sound. See if I can replicate it now. Hear that? Whereas like, you know, something's not right, something's not sealed. Could be the head gasket, could be anything. Right now I'm going to set the torque down the head bolts to 14 foot-pounds. Yeah, they're all fine. Yeah, we got a leaky going on someplace. You know, it still might be this manifold. I'm going to spray some soapy water on it and see if I get any bubbles or anything. Well, it's not running worth a damn. I'm not even getting gas down there. I don't know why the gas isn't flowing. I think the wheezing sound is coming from the exhaust. There's no donut in there, copper donut, to seal up the pipe. Yeah, I think I found one. I think this is it. There's new one with the gaskets. Yeah, we got that in there. Look at all the debris that came out of the pipe. Still coming. Jesus, now that is weird. I didn't expect that much. Okay, we got that in. I got the pipe facing like this, without the VW muffler on it. We'll see if it chirps, we'll see if it starts, we'll see if it's really loud. I still got the chirp. It's gotta be head gasket. Okay, I think we're gonna pull the top end off.